Hello, plant pals. It is good to be chatting with you. I thought today I would finally make another video and talk a little bit about why climate and context matter. And this is simply just stuff I've learned in thinking about gardening and thinking about growing food, because I think we often come at gardening and growing food and farming and things like that, well, not often, but sometimes from the wrong question. And rather than thinking about our particular area, our particular climate challenges, how much sun, how much water, how much drainage, all of these things that go into the environment and context that are so important for how we grow food or grow anything. And we instead jump ahead to, well, what do I want to grow? What's the thing that's going to be most productive? And then we just end up spending a ton of time and resources troubleshooting things. As we open the scenes here, of course, you can see that we've had some snow in Vancouver, so that's the local climate and context for me. There's a lot of moisture. It's the Pacific Northwest. We're no strangers to a bit of snow here and there. Wet, icy snow that doesn't stick around for too long, but certainly gets cold. You can see all my containers have been pretty filled up with ice at least a couple of times. I haven't lost a lot of plants this year, largely because I brought in the things that were more delicate and susceptible to heavy snows and frosts, but also just made some choices about what I was growing. Really, the only things that were out there partially exposed to the snow were my perennials, as well as some carrots and beets, which are pretty tough, it turns out. Anyway, why am I showing you a bunch of shots of snow and ice and things like that? It's to get you thinking about how much rainfall and snowfall are in your particular area. So I figured rather than talk about every possible climate and context, we could just start with one, and that's thinking about and asking yourself, how much moisture, how much rain, how much snow do I get in a year? What are the extremes of that? And particularly where I'm trying to plant things, what would do well in an area that gets that amount of rainfall? So just a little starting point to get us introduced to the idea of thinking a little bit more about the environment and the particular context that we're trying to grow something in.